Welcome back. With me today from the GRF board is their treasurer, Diane Phelps, and you had quite a busy week.
Yes, so far it's been busy.
Yes, with the budget meeting on Monday and of course the regular meeting on Tuesday. So first you're going to kind of give a quick review of the budget report that was on Monday, and of course we're talking about the 2020 budget.
Right. So we did have a meeting on Monday where, in fact, it was televised.
Yes.
A review of our 2020 budget and the proposal. And yeah, the GRF portion of the monthly assessment is set to go up $2.77. So in 2019, it's currently we pay $202.83, and it'll go up to $205.60. And that was that version that we talked about yesterday will be the version that we will vote on September the 3rd, because we'll need to pass it. So at our next, September 3rd is our next GRF board meeting, and so that will be one of the things we do there is pass the agenda. Pass the, I'm sorry, pass
and
the
yeah,
budget.
the budget meeting, you present it, you do not pass it. Right. So that's why it waits to the next regular board meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, very good. Now you're going to let us know about the regular board meeting that was on Tuesday.
Right, so we went through a lot on Tuesday. It was a very long meeting. In fact, after the open session, we go to closed session, and I think it lasted till maybe 5:30 or so. It was it was a long one. Anyhow, so one of the things we did was for the tennis, we had a resolution regarding the tennis center building renovation, and we had approved expanding the scope of the project, and we provided supplemental funding. So we included the landscape site work, so the outside work, as well as the inside work. That way staff could go ahead and put it out for bid and get moving on it.
Okay, very good.
And we also looked at the golf driving range. We awarded a contract for a design consultant. The driving range has deteriorated to the point where it just creates an awful lot of challenges for staff. I won't go into them, but in any case, so they really felt like they needed to do something. So we have a design consultant that'll come in and work on that.
Okay, can I ask, is that the actual range itself, the field, or is it the pads where people tee off from, or just as a whole?
Yeah, it's really it's the field, because I think they all slope to one side, so the balls always go to one side. And if it rains even like a quarter of an inch, they have to close it for 2 or 3 days, because it just is so muddy that there are these huge ruts in it, and they just have to, I think it's like structurally, if you can call it ground structure, yeah, it just, they just need to, do some serious work on it. Yeah. And so that's why we need a design consultant. It's not just an issue of making it look prettier and planting more grass or something like that. It just has some definite problems, and it's really hard for the staff. They have to go retrieve the balls, and yeah, it's not good. It's not a good working conditions. That's for sure.
All right. Very good.
And then speaking of golf, we authorized the sale of a popular product in the pro shop. It's called CBD cream. So we allowed the cream and the gel to be sold. I think they were sold there originally, or a few months ago, maybe last year, and now they're back. Okay. So that's a good thing. Or golfers think that's a good thing. I guess it eases some of your aches and pains. Right, right. And then other resolutions that we passed, we did make some changes to the broadband collection policy and also to the recreation policy, just the part on clubs, groups, and organizations. So,
okay. And then a quick question on that. I know that, and I don't want to put the cart way ahead of the horse, but I know GRF and the boards together are looking at different plans to look at the different shared cost things, and that'll really be presented, I think Beth said they hope to sometime in the spring of next year, and kind of some ideas that are going to go along with this, and all the kinds of different things the shared cost comes out.
Right. Yeah. I was going to talk about that a little later, but
okay. Sorry about that.
No,
I jumped
that's
ahead.
Okay. So I can if you want, or
just stay in the order you want.
Okay.
I didn't realize that. I kind of jumped ahead.
Sorry. The other is that we did accept a couple of donations, because generally speaking, sometimes clubs will buy something and donate it to GRF. Yeah. So we had an air filtration system for the ceramics room and clubhouse floor that was donated by the ceramics club. And then we got cash from the Village Community Fund for equipment and furnishings for the video club, lab, and studio. And it's the first time that I know of where we've actually accepted cash. The Village Community Fund, if I can say a few words about that,
Sure.
It's a nonprofit organization that was set up by village residents. The purpose of let's see, make sure I get this right. The purpose is providing support for programs, services, and facilities that enrich the lives of older adults. It isn't at all affiliated with any of the governing boards, not United Third, GRF, or Mutual 50, but we think that it's, it was set up to help fund some things. So, for example, the Performing Arts Center, where we're doing all the work on that, that would be a perfect way to.
Okay.
Right. So it's been a little cumbersome, but we found a way to accept cash, which usually, like I say, usually clubs will buy something and donate it. So, but in this case, if we're doing the Performing Arts Center, we don't want we won't allow a group to bring in a contractor and do work.
Right, right.
Because GRF doesn't want to let control of their facility. So,
yeah.
So we're working out the kinks, but okay. So that's why the Village Community Fund is a source of additional revenue. So, and that's part of those new research teams. So right, we have two different teams that are reporting to the GRF Finance Committee, and Annette Sewell is heading the group that is looking at our shared cost model.
Okay.
And it's never a bad idea to look at things and just see if anything's changed, see if there's anything you want to change, see if you like it the way it is or if it needs to be tweaked, and look around and see if other ideas have developed since we came up with our cost sharing approach, and so she's looking at that, her team.
Okay.
And my team is looking for alternative sources of revenue.
Okay.
So just about anything. The bad part of that is that as ideas are being tossed around, somebody will hear an idea and think that there's a rumor going around that that we're tearing down the equestrian center, or that that we're going to start charging for buses or whatever. Like, there's just all sorts of rumors, and really it's just that we have encouraged everyone to offer us whatever ideas they can come up with, and we don't want to turn down every idea. We want to go ahead and look at them. So whatever idea anybody has, they're welcome to ask.
Yeah, and I know that you had a meeting recently about that.
Yeah, we had a meeting in July, mid-July, where we talked about it. That was where we had this big brainstorming, opened up to the whole community, and came up, like I say, with, I think there were over 50 ideas, maybe 30 people came up with ideas. The room was packed, and we, like I say, so now we're trying to get our hands around all of the ideas and see if we can put them in a few different categories, and then get a couple of different, get some more research and some more people involved, and do a little research on the ideas. And then what we will do, and this is true for Annette's team as well as mine, is that we will then present what we found out we aren't making any decisions, we're not decision-making bodies, we're just doing the research, and we'll present them at the GRF Finance Committee, and then it'll be up to the committee to recommend whatever they'd like to the GRF board.
Okay.
So.
And I know that's, as I said, you're looking at over several months process, maybe 6-7 months, and
right. So that our goal was to, as before, what happened was this year, people say, you should raise your fees for room rentals. You should raise all these fees, and it's really late in our budget process.
Right.
We really started the budget a long time, many months ago.
Yeah. So
that's why our goal with this is to see what we can come up with that would maybe be incorporated into our 2021 budget, so that we need to at least be on the, not that all of this will be done by then, but that hopefully by March we will have a number of ideas that we can go forward with, and perhaps some of them can be included in the 2021 budget. That's the goal.
All right.
Okay.
Very good. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, just that if anyone would like to work on the research teams or have some suggestions, they're welcome to contact me. My email address is diane.phelps@lagunawoodsvillage.com.
All right. Thank you very much for coming on.
All right. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Okay. And I know you had a couple long meetings this week, so got up early today for us.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye.